This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to all the marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your own business.
I'm in Melbourne.
I had an amazing sleep last night. It was just, I slept for like 12 hours. I think my eyes are still swollen. But I've just been to the shops to get some bits for my breakfast. I'm just gonna have breakfast here for the next few days so that I can work, edit videos, and then for the rest of the day I'll just have food out. There's many places I want to try.
It's coming over me. Stitch my eyes open last night. All the lack of sleep is making daylight dark. Is this all I do?
Classic bowl of porridge. So the plan for today, I think, is I'm gonna do a little bit of work and then I want to sit at a cafe, have some coffee, read my book, and then go thrifting. This is my little trip to myself for my birthday. My birthday was at the beginning of March, and yeah, I'm very happy that I get to spend some time on my own and do the things that I like doing on my own time. Traveling alone is fantastic. Before we go wherever we're going, I just wanted to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you're in need of a website or an online store, Squarespace is the place for you, my friend. I have loved them, been their biggest fan for a number of years. They kind of do all the hard work for you when it comes to design, and therefore you can choose from many different stunning templates that are really easy to build, very intuitive. They also were a lifesaver when I started my own online store way back when I used to sell recipe ebooks. They made the process a breeze, and that can be very intimidating, but they offer secure and easy checkout, and I never had a problem. They also make it really fun to stay connected and engaged with your audience. You can create a members only area. You can also create a newsletter and gather emails. The whole thing is just really fun, especially if you lack patience when it comes to techie things like I do. Squarespace just takes all the stress out and makes the whole thing an enjoyable experience. So if this sounds like you, you can head over to squarespace.com to get a free trial, and once you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/Nina Montagnier for 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. Let's go explore. I am going to create the ideal day for me, and the ideal day for me is a coffee, a book, a ridiculous amount of walking, thrifting, eating, hopefully a baked good. I'd like to have a little treat, and I think I am going to later on go to a bar, sit down and read with a drink. I'm all about the reading, drinking vibe. Whether it's a coffee or, I don't know, a smoothie or a nice wine or a cocktail. So let's have my ideal day. The one thing that I love about traveling on my own is obviously doing exactly what I want to do and not having to ask anybody any questions. That is absolutely the best. But also just spending time on my own. I feel like when I'm with other people, you're constantly having to talk to them and entertain people, etc., etc. So a lot of this trip is obviously spent in silence because I'm just walking around, and it feels very peaceful and very necessary. Yes. Also, one of the promises that I made to myself a little while ago is that if I wanted to do something, I was going to do it. Sometimes I want to do something and I invite someone and they want to do it with me, and that is fabulous. We can do it together. But sometimes I want to do something and people aren't available, and sometimes I can get a little bit dependent on other people's availability. But I need to remind myself that I can take trips on my own, I can do things on my own, It usually feels very energizing to do things on my own as well, and that I don't have to wait for people to become available. They'll become available at some other point and we can do another thing, but I need to stop delaying the things that I want to do in order for other people to join me. And you know, I spent a very long time of my life being dependent on other people because I was just kind of scared of doing things on my own, or I just didn't think it was worth it to do it on my own. And it's just so untrue. I deserve to go for a fancy dinner on my own, and I deserve to go for a drink on my own, and I love doing things on my own. So that's that. I mean business when I'm wearing my Caucas.
I've never been too good counting sheep in the air's thinner. So I breathe in deep, feel the shape of your body sinking into me. Half of 100 degrees, I'm feeling more than a breeze. And the rain is coming down. I can pick up the cues, tell me what you wanna do.
Okay, we've made it back, and I'm gonna show you what I got from the thrift store. God, I love thrifting, and I love thrifting in Melbourne. I have a lot more success here than I do in Sydney. So the thing that I'm most happy about is this pair of jeans, which fits really nicely. They're Everlane jeans, and the Everlane cut is so good. So I'm so happy that I found some secondhand jeans. It's a really nice color as well, and they're quite comfortable. So I'm definitely gonna take these off and put these on for tonight because they're so comfy. And the other thing I got was this red top. It's very cute. I might actually wear that tonight. The next thing I got is this little purple top that seemed really fun with some jeans. I really like it. It was a nice fit, very comfortable, very happy with that. And then lastly, I got myself kind of some ugly pants. They're just so comfortable. I'm just loving the fact that all comfortable clothes are all in right now. So that's what I got. I am going to have lunch here. I am truly not that hungry, so I'm just gonna I got some crackers and some avocado from the supermarket and a little bit of fruit, and that will tie me over until I go for dinner, I think. I also have like some leftover baklava from yesterday, so I'll have that as well, I'm sure, and then I'll head out again. Yeah. I've decided to go very romantic with myself and go all red. I love this blouse, it was such a good find. And I've just put a red lip on and I'm ready to leave the house and go for a drink. Nothing like a red lip for, you know, confidence and a quick feel-good moment. Okay, let's go for a walk. As always, all my jewelry is from Ana Luisa. I always leave a link in the description box below. I love their jewelry.
I'll be waiting for you to show up. You'll be playing these games for too long.
I'm back home. I made it. I had such a lovely evening. You know, sometimes traveling on your own can be a little bit intimidating. I'm a huge proponent for traveling on your own, as long as it's obviously accessible to you and it feels safe to you and you're being smart about it, especially as a woman. But I do think that when you get to a place that feels safe, it is just so nice to spend time on your own. And also I feel like every time that I've traveled on my own, I'm actually really social because people want to talk to you. For example, today I went to Smith & Daughters, which I had been dying to go to for the longest time, and I sat at the bar and then a couple sat next to me, and then we ended up just chatting the entire night, and it was so nice, so refreshing, especially after a few days of just me, myself, and I. Which I love too, but it's really nice to, I love meeting new people and I love having conversations with new people. Potentially why I enjoy dating so much. At least I love first dates, just because of the novelty and conversation component. I also went for a drink before that. I went to a really cool bar and sat with my book. That is, I think, one of my favorite things to do is to have a cocktail or a glass of wine and sit down with a book. It just feels so romantic. There's something very different about going to a cafe and having a coffee and then going to a bar on your own. It's just a different vibe and I love it. It's been such a wonderful evening. I am so happy that I'm here. There's something about doing things on your own and feeling like fiercely independent that is so good. It's very empowering, and I just love that I'm on this trip after turning 29. I just feel like the older I get, the more content I become with myself. And I know that this is something that I've heard from other people that are older than me, but I never thought it was true. But I'm even eager to turn 30 because I think that I'm just gonna get better and better. It's really nice getting old and caring a little less about what people think or you think they think. The reality is nobody's really thinking of you, which is devastating, but in a very different way. Devastating in a more freeing way, I think, because everybody is just focused on themselves and they're very, you know, we're all a little bit self-centered, aren't we? 20-year-old me would have been petrified to go for a drink on my own or been petrified to go traveling on my own. And now I just feel like I just love it so much. It's almost a little bit dangerous how much I love doing things on my own. It's been so nice. It's been so nice. So I think what I'm going to do now is have a little something sweet, maybe a piece of chocolate, get into my pajamas, watch something, maybe read, and then go to sleep and do it all again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with a friend, which would be really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Bye.